Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, I want to talk a little bit more about this beauty by Bianca, or Bianca Loves Makeup, whatever the heck she wants to call herself on social media. Rosali Delgado, Corina Garcia, Dora and Daddy's makeup. That whole drama continues. I want to talk a little bit more about how Snider and Dustin Dailey kind of fit into this story, because they have been speaking up a little bit on this issue as well. And I want to talk about that. Dustin uploaded a video today saying like he felt violated in his own home, and it does pertain to these women, Bianca and Dora. So I want to talk with you guys about that. If y'all want to hear more about that drama, make sure that you keep on watching. Okay, before we get into all of that drama, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on this in case you're kind of lost, because it is kind of a lot to catch up on. If you're not caught up on this, please check out my other two videos I've recently made on this subject. It'll catch you up a little bit, but very briefly, Bianca Loves Makeup, or Beauty by Bianca, and Rosali Delgado were like thick as thieves at one point, very, very close friends, and now they have had a falling out. To sum it up, Bianca is claiming that Rosali has taken pictures of her private parts when she's been drunk, has taken pictures of her when she was passed out, as she had been supposedly allegedly roofied or something like that. Allegedly, Rosali was talking about Bianca's children in a derogatory way. Same thing, Rosali was talking about Corina Garcia's children in a derogatory way, and that all of that has led to these women, Bianca, Corina Garcia, and this girl Dora and Daddy's Makeup, who really doesn't have much to do with this aside from just like being associated with these people and then like kind of voicing her opinion about the whole thing. She is not directly tied into it, but she's kind of like involved inadvertently, I guess. I don't know. They are now all pretty much ganging up on Rosali, and I have like some thoughts on that, because I don't know why Mr. Kitty, stop doing that, baby, please. I don't really know why everyone is just jumping to believe Bianca's side of this entire story. I haven't seen any text receipt proof of these alleged photos that were taken of Bianca, and yeah, of course, I don't want to see the uncensored ones of her private parts, hello, but I haven't seen a single receipt that like is the one of Bianca when she's been passed out drunk. I didn't see anything, even a censored version of the other one. I haven't seen any of this. We're just going off hearsay and like he said, she said with this stuff, and it's really confusing to me how everyone seems to just be believing these girls instead of believing Rosali. It's really kind of weird to me. Everyone has seemed to jump on this bandwagon of like sending hate and stuff to Rosali. And listen, like if Rosali is in the wrong and Rosali did these things, then she will deserve some backlash that she gets. I think it's gone a little too far. Rosali has expressed that she's having some issues with mental health and all of that, and I hope that she gets the help that she needs. And I think that as soon as somebody starts talking about issues with mental health and all of that, I think that you stop. Oh, I'm sorry, I may fix my lipstick. By the way, guys, the lipstick that I'm wearing today, I absolutely love this lipstick. This is the shade Mai Tai by Gerard Cosmetics. Where'd it go? I literally just put it on. Oh, this is the shade Mai Tai by Gerard Cosmetics. It's this beautiful, like, hot, fiery red. Oh my god, I love it so much. And I love their packaging for their lips too. Just like this gold little bullet. I love it. But that's the lip I'm wearing, and I just had to adjust it because it was like doing the things, and you know what, it does the things in the crease there. Anyway, I don't understand why everyone's just jumping to believe Bianca, Corina, and Dora. Like, why is no one really believing Rosali? I feel like people are jumping on bandwagons. And there's one thing I don't like is a bandwagon hate for no reason. All of the backlash and all the hate and stuff that Rosali is getting is based on he said, she said, no facts to pull it up, no receipts that are being shown, just people talking out of their ass about Rosali. And like I said, if Rosali did these things, then she deserves to face backlash for those things. She shouldn't get, you know, she can't say those kind of things about people, especially children, and have that be okay. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if these things were true and she actually said them, for her friendships to be over with these women, because that kind of crosses a line. Now, I don't think they should be attacking her on social media anymore after she's voiced concerns with her mental health and everything. But I mean, like, if you say things and, you know, about people's children, then it doesn't surprise me if the parents don't want to be associated with you anymore. That wouldn't surprise me. But my issue is, we haven't seen any text proof of this. We haven't seen any of that. And everyone is still hating on Rosali. And I just think that if we're going to come for somebody, let's have some concrete receipt proof behind it. And no, you telling me to check Bianca's TikTok is not concrete proof that it happened. It's just her recording a TikTok. There's no receipts in the TikTok. It's just he said, she said. And I think that is innately an issue with this thing, because that means it's bandwagon hate, because you're jumping on the bandwagon. All these 3 people don't like this one person, and people are jumping on that bandwagon to also hate on this person. And that's, I'm not defending Rosali because I don't know Rosali, but I just have to say that if we're going to be looking at this drama and what's going on with it, then we need to see both sides of the situation. And the side that I don't think people are seeing, and that's the one I keep pressing, is that there's no, like, receipts or proof that this has happened. And if there is, and I'm an idiot, then let me know. But listen, someone creating a TikTok saying that someone said something is not a receipt to me. That's just somebody, like, talking. There's no pictures that have been shown or anything like that. So how do we know that all of these things even happened? Nick Snider and Dustin Dailey have kind of been inadvertently involved in this drama, because, you know, there was a time when Bianca and Rosali and Dora were visiting Nick and Dustin in their home, and they were all hanging out and stuff, just like, I think they did some live streams while they were there in the kitchen, like cooking and stuff, and there were other, like, just things that were going on or whatever while they were there, and it was like just a lot of influencers that met up over there. And apparently, while all those girls were there was some drama that went down, and some stuff that Nick and Dustin were really, really not comfortable with. That was an invasion of their privacy. And Dustin actually made a YouTube video today because Dora has been running her mouth about some things that occurred when Dora visited Dustin in Nick's house, and Nick and Dustin have not been about that. So I'm gonna roll you what Nick had said, and then I'm gonna roll you the clip from Dustin's video that he put up today about 4 or 5 hours ago. I'm gonna roll you that so you can see what their side is, so roll it.
So this fucking bitch right here, oh my god, wrong photo. Okay, there we go, that's better. So the lady you see on your screen right now goes by the name of Dora. Now, personally, I would not be able to pick her deflated water balloon looking ass out of a lineup, but Dora ended up at our home because there were some other influencers that were staying here, and Dora was not fucking supposed to. The reason that I'm bringing Dora up, and she will be included in the video that I'm doing about Bianca that is going to come out either later today or tomorrow, Dora thinks it's cute to go online and make up lies about myself as well as my friends and say that she was mistreated here, she was yelled at, all while Dora is snooping around our home, going through our cabinets. No one ever yelled at this bitch, but guess who has the fucking receipts on how Dora actually is? It honestly makes me laugh that at a house where it literally says camera recording, you would think that this is the only one. Play smarter. So the beauty for me in all of this is I'm a very good judge of character. I know when to stay away from certain people when I don't like them, so I'm not going to engage in conversation with them. But considering they were inside of this house, it echoes, bitch. It's a big one. This is actually going to be fun for me because there's not one negative thing that any of these fucking bitches that were inside of this house could say about me. Because guess what? I kept to myself. You're going to say I'm anti-fucking social? Right, bitch, because look where we are. And before anybody tries to say that I'm doing this so I can defend Rosali because of everything that's going on, as fucked up as all of that is, I'm not friends with Rosali like that. Rosali comes over, I'm cordial, I say hello, and I keep to myself. But the moment that you're going to open your trash fucking mouth and talk about my best friend Jen as well as my fiance Dustin, you got the wrong fucking one, bitch. So this is just one of the treasures that Bianca's sloppy drunk ass thought it would be cute to leave at our home. On top of a big box of puke that was left out on the curb for days upon days that started to gather flies that I actually had to clean up myself. First, let's go back to this photo though, because bitch, what the fuck are you, a cat? Are you eating Captain? Okay, so my last Instagram story got taken down for hate speech because I had a screenshot of the word that was repeatedly used in our home in response to us. But I was saying that it was both Bianca as well as that Dora bitch that were using that kind of language. But this clip behind me, because at the end of it you heard me say something about Lola. Lola decided it would be a good idea to go on her Instagram story and laugh about the fact that they broke a literal $1,000 fucking Toto toilet. Like, I know, Lola, you had an event that weekend and you couldn't afford to pay your friends. The only one that you paid was Bianca, because apparently your other two friends that were there in support of you, that had a lot of people turn out, don't mean as much. I know that you couldn't afford to pay us back for that, but just so you know, we replaced it.
What I'm gonna need all of y'all to do watching this, because I'm sure Chelly's watching this, I'm sure that Bianca's gonna be watching this. Hey girl, I'm that guy that has no job, that apparently I'm broke and all that shit, and I'm mooching off of my friend. I'll have you know one fucking thing. I guarantee you that you and I made the same amount of money last year. I guarantee it. So for you to look down on me and say that I'm just some chisme drama YouTuber bitch, what you do is drama. You bring the drama. If it's not somebody talking about your kids and how you're parenting them, then nobody's talking about you. If you put Beauty by Bianca or Beauty, whatever the fuck her name is, on YouTube and you look up her, not even her channel, because she left that abandoned like a couple years ago. But if you look on YouTube and you put Beauty by Bianca in there, there's so much shit that people already talk about you, Bianca. And when I met you, because I didn't even know who you were before this, I was extremely kind to you, and I started looking you up so I could familiarize myself with who you were and what you were about. And I even told you that I thought that the people on the internet were rude, nasty, and mean to you. Like, for you to then turn around and talk shit about me when I haven't even said shit about you, haven't even acknowledged you, haven't said a motherfucking word or even uttered your name on social media up until this point. But somehow now I'm some kind of moocher that needs to get a job. So the next time that you think it's okay for somebody to come up in our house with you when you were the only person that was fucking invited, when there's no one else here, you need to really think about the ramifications of the shit that you do. Bianca was invited here because she was in town and Rosali wanted her to come over. She brought a whole gaggle of fucking people and they were all up in our house when no one was home. That's a problem as well. So right now at this point, we have people live streaming in our house that we're not authorized to do so. And before y'all even get into it, yes, in that clip, I know that Rosali said, yes, she could show the house. I have an issue with that. I take a major issue with that. Even though Rosalie's my friend, that does not give her permission to sit and give someone else permission to fucking video or record live stream in our house when we were literally fucking asleep. We were upstairs asleep. And this lady, Dora, was in our pantry. She walked through the whole entire ballroom. There's a huge, like, I don't even want to discuss it and get into it that much because I feel so violated, because now I feel like people know where I live at and people know the layout of this house. Like, she showed almost the whole entire downstairs. Like, the whole entire downstairs of our house is on the internet. And it's literally still up on her Facebook channel. It's literally still up. I've reported it, and I've reported it many times, and they will not take it down. This was a clear violation. There are serious issues, and there's serious reasons as to why nobody knows where I live at. There's a reason why I keep my fucking anonymity when I'm showing the rooms in the house that I'm in. There's actually a fucking reason for it. Bianca's just not a good person. She's just not. But if you take anything away from this video, Dora, I'm letting you know, and I'm looking at the camera right now, I really would appreciate it if you would remove that video from your Facebook channel. And I really did not appreciate you threatening me with your son, saying that you didn't like me and Nick talking about you. One, Nick was talking about you, and he was only saying the truth of what you did when you were in our home. And two, I haven't said anything of you, but I am now. And I'm letting you know that the threats that you made with your son, I'm taking very seriously. I already have a restraining order on someone, and that's why they do not need to know where I live at, or they don't need to know the layout of my house. You have already put me in danger, and I want you to know that the more you talk about this and the more people watch that video, that puts me in danger. And if anything were to happen to me or anyone that is involved in this, that lives in this home, it weighs on your shoulders. That's where we're at, and I'm letting you know that off gate. And you can talk about all the money in the world, all the money that you have, nobody cares. This is about safety. And what you did was wrong, and you literally violated me and everybody else that lives in this house. And I hope that you're happy. You can sit on your high horse and you can act as if you're better than everybody that's involved in this, but you're not. You've been shit stirring for views for a very long fucking time. And you got a lot of clout from this because you're setting up Dragon Rosali and people are here for it, and it's just gross. Everybody involved has their hands dirty one way or the other. You're all backstabbing pieces of shit. And I'm talking about you, I'm talking about Bianca, and I'm talking about everybody, Lola, all these people that were in our house fucking recording Instagram stories in our bathroom. You're all pieces of shit. And I'm requesting that you remove that video from your Facebook page.
So, okay. Here's how I have some background info into the story that other channels are not going to have, okay? Other channels are not going to have the insight that I have into this, because what other channels don't have is the fact that literally the same day that Bianca and Rosali and all of these girls left Nick and Dustin's house, I went to Nick and Dustin's house that same day. I have been to that house before. And when I say it's a beautiful house, when I say I understand and I know for a fact that it's not just Dustin that has issues with like privacy and wanting to protect his privacy, but there are other people that live in that household. Because and listen, I'm not, it's not my business to say who all lives there, because it's not my business, okay? If they want to say who all lives there, they can. They haven't said that, so I'm not going to say that. But I will say that it is not just Dustin who has a need for a lot of privacy in their home. There is a reason they live in a home where their home is located, which I'm also not going to say, okay? It is because it is secluded and it is very private and there is a lot of security there. And I did not know that all of this was going on, that they were filming these live streams all around the house during the time that they were there. I saw one of them and it took place in the kitchen, and I think Dustin was actually kind of in that one too, and I think that one probably is not the one that Dustin is talking about, unless it went on for a longer time and I didn't see the parts where they were like all over the house. But to violate someone's privacy like that, because you guys, people, if they want to find you, if you have a stalker or like someone who wants to harm you, they can and they will piece together footage from whatever they can find about where you live, and they will put it together and they will like, you know, map out your house and figure out how to get to you. And when you're dealing with like actual, like serious issues with people like that, like stalkers or crazy exes, or, you know, just anything like that where somebody wants to harm you like that, protecting your space is so important. Protecting your space is so important so people can't map out and figure out how to get to you like that. So for someone who is a guest in your home to come into your home and without permission from the homeowner, because apparently Rosali gave them permission, which Rosali was not in any right to give people permission to live stream throughout their house, because Rosali does not live there. So that is one thing that Rosali has done that that's been stated that I definitely don't agree with. Like, they had no right to do that. And if they did do that and it was supposed to be innocent and they didn't know that Dustin had these concerns for privacy, that other people that live in that house had concerns for privacy, then that's okay, because they're just human and they just didn't know. But once Dustin or somebody that lives in that house has asked you to remove the video, to take it down, and you still don't, that's where you have an issue. That's disrespect. Listen, where I'm from, when you are a visitor in somebody's house, you come in, you sit or stand or hang out wherever you guys are hanging out, and I'm asking permission to get a water. I'm asking permission, not permission to go to the bathroom, but politely, where is the bathroom? Can you show me to the bathroom? I'm not going through anybody's stuff. It's not my place to go through anybody's stuff. Apparently these girls were going through cabinets and pantries and all this stuff. Why? Why do you care what's in somebody's pantry? Why do you care what's in somebody's drawers and cupboards? Especially on a live stream to all the people that follow you. That's so weird to me. That's so freaking weird to me. I'll tell you what, I came to their house. I was invited to their house to meet them and hang out with them. And when I went, I was very humbled to be there, very excited to meet them and all of that. And I actually thought I might be meeting Bianca and Rosali, but they had already left. But I'm telling you, I was very just like happy and humbled to be there. I remember I got there, I told this story a couple times, but I got there, you know, I knocked on the door, rang the doorbell or whatever, and they, you know, they let me in, and I walked in and I said, "Hey guys, I'm Shelby." And Dustin goes, "Girl, we know who you are." And I was like shook. And from there on, I sat down at the table in the kitchen, and I didn't really move from there, because you know what? That's what we were doing. We were hanging out in the kitchen talking. So I didn't get up and start walking around and snooping around and doing all the stuff. I didn't do that. I just sat my ass down and participated in the conversation that we were having and just like joined what I was a guest in their home. So when I walked in, whatever they were doing, I just made myself a part of whatever they were doing, joined the conversation, and did all of that. I didn't like start getting messy drunk and taking pictures and going on live streams and breaking things. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? You're a guest in somebody's home. Do you have no respect? That is such a lack of respect. It baffles me. And so when you hear of somebody just completely flat out disrespecting somebody's home like that, how are you so keen to believe everything else that they're saying? Because clearly they have issues with respect and boundaries. So what makes you think that they wouldn't just disrespect Rosali and throw her under the bus like that when they clearly have no problem disrespecting people because it's been shown? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And that's, if you want to know why I'm leaning towards believing Rosali over these other women, that's a big part of it. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's a huge part of it. Because you don't come into somebody's home and disrespect it in that way. And let me tell you something. It's none of my business, but I do know a little bit about why Dustin has issues with security and stuff like that. And Dora, you need to respect his wishes and take the video down. You need to respect his wishes and take the video down. It doesn't matter what the reason is. It really doesn't, because that's his business and his alone. But if he asks you to take it down, take it down. And he's not the only person in that household that really wants it taken down, I'm sure. I'm telling you guys, they live out there secluded for a reason. I sent them cookies, crumble cookies, after I left the next day, the next morning, as a thank you gift for having me over and stuff. And they didn't like see my messages that I was having it sent over there. And so they like thought it was like a security, like the people were like coming in that shouldn't have been coming in there. They were like kind of scared it was somebody they should be worried about or whatever, because now I understand this is coming off the heels of somebody recording a live stream in their house when they don't want that happening all over their house. And they freaked out and they called the cops and they're like, oh my God, someone's here that's not invited, da da da, like they're trying to get in, da da da. And it was the DoorDash driver, but they didn't know. But that's coming off the heels of people coming into their home, disrespecting their home, filming everywhere. So of course they're gonna be on edge and nervous and worried. It doesn't take, so I'm saying, you guys, people stake out places. People map stuff out to come and find you if they wanna find you. And so when someone asks you to please take something down, you need to take it down. But these women, they are just fighting like back with fire. They're just doubling down and fighting back with fire. And I just don't understand that, because it's like, I don't know, like Rosali has expressed that she's going through a lot with her mental health. Why haven't these women backed off yet? Why is this continuing when someone has stated they really just want this to stop because it's not good for their mental health? Rosali is suffering right now, and these women are just continuing to pick and pick and pick. And I think that's disgusting. I think that's disgusting. I think that going through people's cabinets and cupboards and pantries and doing live streams without direct permission is disgusting. I think, and then if that was an honest mistake, like I said, when being asked to take it down, you don't take it down, that's just wrong. And so all of those reasons, it's no wonder why I am keen to believe Rosali over Bianca. I'm keen to believe her over that because of all of this that's coming out. Like when I was invited into Dustin and Nick's home, I was just like very humbled to be there. I was gracious and all of that. And that's how a guest should be. And I'm not tooting my own horn because whatever, fuck me right. But like, it just baffles me how somebody could act like that. And it connects a lot of dots and makes me realize kind of like why the energy was how it was when I was there. And, you know, why things maybe went down the way they did when I sent a thank you gift the next day. It's a shame, really, because I don't know, if anything happens with Dustin or anybody that lives there with him and Nick, it's just gonna be on those girls' hands. It really will be Dora and all of them. It's gonna be on their hands, and it's gonna not be good. It's not gonna be good. And I really hope that she respects that and steps off her high horse and swallows a humble pill or eats a slice of humble pie or whatever the heck she wants to do, and removes that video, because that's what he's asking for her to do. It would not be good. And Dustin, I hope that you are staying safe. Hope you and Nick are staying safe, and everybody over there is staying safe and good. And I hope that they're willing to comply with you and remove the video from their channel, because that's just not okay. As far as the whole Bianca versus Rosali, that whole thing, you guys, based on everything that I've heard, I don't jump on bandwagons. I really don't. I don't jump on bandwagons. You guys are going to comment down below. You guys that are Bianca stans are going to be like, well, of course you're on this side now because you're friends with Dustin and Nick. I've met them once. I don't consider them a friend. I consider them an acquaintance, a polite acquaintance. I would love to continue hanging out with them and get to know them more, but I don't consider them a friend. I don't have loyalty to them because I don't really know them like that. Now, if this was about like maybe Rich or something like that, then you guys would be in every right to be like, oh, you're taking sides because you're friends with Rich, and I would have a bias in that situation. But with these guys, like, I don't consider them friends. You know, they're acquaintances. I'm on good terms with them, but it's not like that. It's just, this is just how I feel. Because if they're willing to do those kinds of things in somebody's home they were invited to, be that disrespectful, I wouldn't put what they're doing to Rosali behind them either. And that's just how I feel about that. So, you know, some people are gonna say, Shelby, you're taking sides, whatever. I don't really think that. I think that I am, based on everything that I've heard, forming my own opinion, and that's my own opinion. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about all that in the comment section down below. Are you on Bianca's side? Do you guys agree with Bianca? Do you think that Rosali has done all of these things and deserves everything that's coming to her? Or are you, like, maybe after hearing this information from Dustin, does that change your perspective a little bit on Bianca and all of that? I don't know. I don't have a very good vibe about Bianca after all of this stuff. I just don't, and that's just my honest opinion. I don't send her any ill will or hate or whatever because I don't know the girl, but I have a really bad vibe from her after hearing all of this stuff. It doesn't sound like she's a very good person, and that's just my opinion. And listen, you know, take it for what it's worth, but let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from, so I'd love it if you did that. And aside from that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.